In the quiet depths of space, among the billions of stars, a single signal flickered through the void. It was simple, almost humble. A request. No name, no hint of who it was meant for. It simply asked for help. Across the galaxy, many species received it, scanned it, and quickly ignored it. To most, it was insignificant. A prank. A trap. A mistake. But on Earth, humans had a different reaction. Humanity was curious, and curiosity was often stronger than fear. At the International Space Observation Center, Dr. Lena Rao, one of Earth's top astrophysicists, sat hunched over a bank of monitors. Her eyes reflected the pale blue glow of the screens. On the main screen, the signal repeated in a steady rhythm, a simple sequence of numbers and tones. "It's unlike anything we've seen," she said softly. Her voice trembled with excitement. "It's not encoded like the usual pulsars or quasars. This is intentional." Behind her, Commander Jace Morgan, captain of Earth's fastest exploration ship, leaned against the console. He was a veteran of multiple orbital missions, his uniform crisp, his posture disciplined, but even he felt a thrill at the signal. "You mean someone sent this?" he asked. "And they didn't say who?" Lena shook her head. "Exactly. No coordinates. No signature. Just a request. It could be from anyone. Or anything." Jace rubbed his chin. "Or it could be nothing. Could be a glitch. But what if it's not?" Lena's eyes gleamed. "What if it's important? What if something out there needs help, and nobody else will respond?" Her words hung in the air. Across the galaxy, most would ignore it. But humans had a strange habit of acting when others hesitated. In the coming days, Earth convened an emergency council. Scientists, engineers, and space commanders debated. The largest interstellar fleets had dismissed the signal. But Earth considered the risk differently. For humans, the unknown was not a reason to hide, it was a reason to explore. Commander Jace and Dr. Lena presented their plan. A small, highly skilled crew would journey toward the signal's approximate origin, using Earth's most advanced ship, the Vanguard. "The risk is high," the council warned. "We don't even know what we'll find. There could be environmental dangers, alien life, even hostile civilizations." Lena nodded. "We know. But if we do nothing, we will never know. And we might lose someone who truly needs help." There was silence. Then, finally, the council gave the green light. Preparations began immediately. The Vanguard's hangar buzzed with activity. Engineers checked propulsion systems. Scientists calibrated sensors. And Jace's team trained rigorously. Each member had a specialty. Dr. Lena Rao, the astrophysicist, would guide the ship to the source. Commander Jace Morgan, experienced and calm under pressure, would lead the crew. Kai Nakamura, a young but brilliant engineer, could fix anything mechanical or digital. Amira Soul, communications expert, was skilled in deciphering unknown languages and signals. Ravi Patel, the pilot, known for daring maneuvers and quick thinking under pressure. Despite their differences, they shared a bond: courage, curiosity, and an unshakable determination to act where others would not. The day of departure arrived. The Vanguard's engines roared as the ship lifted from Earth's surface, leaving the blue planet behind. As they entered orbit, Jace looked down at Earth. The cities gleamed, oceans shimmered, and the clouds moved like soft white blankets. "We're really doing this," Ravi said, gripping the controls. "No one else will answer." "That's humanity," Jace replied with a small smile. "We step up when others step back." Lena sat at her console, scanning the stars. The signal pulsed faintly in the distance, guiding them like a lighthouse in the endless dark. Days passed. Space stretched endlessly around them. The crew faced challenges: micrometeoroid fields, malfunctioning sensors, and strange cosmic storms. Each obstacle tested their skills and their resolve. Kai worked tirelessly to repair a sensor array, while Ravi maneuvered through debris with precision. "I swear," These storms have a mind of their own, Ravi muttered as the ship shook. Maybe they do, Amira said, watching the readings. Or maybe the universe just wants to test us. Jace's eyes were calm. Then we passed the test. That's what humans do. Finally, after weeks in transit, they reached the outskirts of the unknown system. A planet orbited a faint, distant star. From space, it looked alive. Green and blue swirls shimmered across its surface, with strange light patterns that suggested energy moving in ways the crew had never seen before. Lena's breath caught. This is incredible. Look at the energy patterns. It's almost like the planet itself is conscious, or it wants us to find it, Jace said quietly. We answer the call, remember? The crew prepared to descend. Sensors indicated an atmosphere breathable for humans, though they remained cautious. As they entered the planet's orbit, the surface shifted beneath them in strange, mesmerizing ways, glowing rivers, floating landmasses, and forests that seemed to hum. Welcome to the unknown, Jace said. Let's see why we were called here. On the ground, the Vanguard touched down softly. The air was crisp, tinged with scents unfamiliar but not unpleasant. Trees with translucent leaves swayed, and the sky shimmered with colors the crew had never seen. The planet felt alive, welcoming, and mysterious all at once. Lena stepped out first, scanning with portable sensors. No immediate danger detected. But everything here is advanced. This planet may hold knowledge we can't even imagine. Kai marveled at a floating rock, seemingly defying gravity. I've never seen anything like this. Whoever lived here, or whatever lives here now, is incredible. Amira activated a scanner. The device picked up faint energy pulses almost like messages. The signal. It's coming from the planet itself. Not a person. Not a machine. Something bigger. Jace looked at his crew. Stay alert. But remember, we are here to answer the call, not fight it. Our job is to understand, to help, and to learn. For the first time, all of them understood the full weight of what they were doing. Across the galaxy, species ignored the signal. But humans had answered. Just by being here, they were showing the universe that Earth's people were something extraordinary. As night fell, the planet's surface glowed faintly, illuminating the crew in soft, ethereal light. Strange patterns formed in the sky, almost like the planet was watching, waiting. Lena whispered, almost to herself. I think it's testing us, seeing if we're worthy. Jace nodded. Then let's show it who humans are. We don't just survive. We adapt. We think, we act, and we never give up. On that mysterious world, far from Earth, humanity's fiercest warriors had arrived. They did not come with fleets or weapons. They came with courage, curiosity, and a determination to act when others would not. The first part of their journey was over. But the real challenge, the mystery behind the signal and the planet had only just begun. And somewhere deep within the planet, the first stirrings of recognition appeared. The beings, or the intelligence, that had called out into the void sensed it. It had been waiting a long time. Humans had answered. The Vanguard's engines cooled as the crew stepped fully onto the alien planet. The air was crisp and vibrant, carrying a faint hum that seemed almost musical. Trees with translucent leaves shimmered in shades of blue and gold, and rivers of liquid light snaked across the ground. Rocks floated gently above the soil, hovering without explanation. Commander Jace Morgan adjusted his visor and scanned the horizon. Keep your eyes open, he said. This planet may not be hostile, but it's definitely unusual. Lena Rao activated her portable scanner, walking carefully across the soft, glowing grass. The energy readings are unlike anything I've ever seen. It's almost as if the planet itself is alive, sending signals, waiting for something or someone. Amira Sol crouched near a shimmering pool. Her device detected faint patterns within the light. It's communicating. But I don't know the language. Not words, not sounds. Something else. Kai Nakamura floated a rock gently in his hand, testing the anti-gravity effect. Even the physics here is different. This is like stepping inside a dream, but a real one. Ravi Patel looked at the skies, which swirled with colors that shifted constantly. Feels like the planet is watching us, he said. Jace nodded slowly. Then let's give it something to watch. Stay together. Be careful. But don't be afraid. We're here to understand, not to fight. The crew moved toward a cluster of glowing structures in the distance. They resembled towers made of crystal, reflecting the strange lights of the planet. As they approached, doors of energy formed in the air, opening smoothly, as if inviting them inside. Lena whispered, "It's alive. Or something intelligent is controlling it. Either way, it's testing us." Inside, the air shimmered with colors the crew had never seen. Holographic images flickered along the walls, shapes, symbols, and patterns that seemed to pulse with energy. Amira activated her translator device, trying to decode the signals. It's definitely trying to communicate. But it's not language as we know it. It's more like ideas, intentions. It wants us to understand, not just listen. Jace looked at his team. We've faced unknown worlds before. This is different. Yes, but we can handle it. Keep observing. Keep learning. Humans are good at this. Thinking, adapting, solving problems. The first test came in the form of a floating puzzle. A series of energy blocks hovered in midair, rotating slowly. Touching one made it glow. The crew quickly realized that activating the blocks in a particular sequence caused the tower to respond. Kai took the lead, moving with precision. We need to find a pattern. Look at how the light pulses. It's like a rhythm. Maybe we follow it. Ravi balanced himself carefully as he reached a higher block. Almost like a dance, he said. Follow the rhythm, not just the order. Lena's eyes widened. I think it's testing our observation skills. Patience. Cooperation. Not strength. Not speed. Together, the team solved the puzzle. The blocks aligned, and a hidden passage opened deeper into the tower. The holographic patterns shifted, now forming shapes that resembled doors, pathways, and bridges. The planet was guiding them. Days passed as the crew explored. Each new challenge was more complex than the last. Some required logic, like solving intricate energy patterns. Others required creativity, like creating bridges from the floating light, or figuring out how to navigate gravity-defying terrain. Through it all, the humans worked together. When one struggled, another helped. When the environment seemed to shift unexpectedly, they adapted quickly. There was no anger, no panic, only determination. At one point, a corridor of shifting light blocked their path. The walls constantly changed shape, forming new obstacles. Ravi tried to force his way through, but the corridor resisted. Lena observed. It's not about force. It's about understanding the flow. Watch, then move. The team adjusted their approach, moving as a coordinated unit. Slowly, carefully, they reached the end. The corridor reshaped itself and opened into a massive chamber. Inside, the chamber sparkled with energy. Holographic figures flickered humanoid shapes, animals, geometric forms. A voice, not spoken but felt, echoed in their minds. Those who come without hesitation, those who act without fear, are ready. The crew exchanged glances. This was the planet acknowledging them. Outside the chamber, the planet itself seemed to respond. Trees bent slightly toward the humans. Light shifted to guide their paths, and pools shimmered brighter where they approached. The planet wasn't just alive, it was aware. Lena recorded everything. The energy patterns suggest it's observing us constantly. Every move we make is being evaluated. We're proving ourselves. I think, Jace nodded. And that's exactly what humans do. We rise to challenges, even when the rules aren't clear. That's our strength. Amira noticed something unusual. The energy pulses they're forming sequences that resemble our own heartbeat rhythms. It's like the planet is connecting to us, responding to our presence. Kai floated a small stone and noticed it reflected light differently depending on the energy flow. It adapts to us. Everything we do matters. We're influencing it just by being here. Meanwhile, from orbit, alien observers watched. Many of the galaxy's species had ignored the signal, and some were curious about the humans' arrival. They had expected panic, aggression, or failure. Instead, they saw humans carefully studying the planet, helping each other, and solving problems. Each obstacle was met with patience, intelligence, and teamwork. One observer, a member of a species known for their advanced logic, commented, "They are unusual. No other species adapts this quickly. They learn, they think, they act without hesitation, yet without violence." The observation fleet murmured. Humans were showing something rare in the galaxy. Courage, guided by empathy and intelligence. Back on the planet, the crew discovered what seemed to be the core of the intelligence. A massive crystalline structure pulsed with energy, projecting visions of the planet's past. Lena gasped. This civilization. It was advanced beyond imagination. They could manipulate energy, matter, and even the environment itself. But they disappeared, Amira added. Or they evolved into something else. The energy patterns suggest transformation, not death. Jace stood silently. And they left this test. Whoever answers the call proves themselves worthy of what they discovered. Kai smiled. Then, we're passing. Look at us. We solve problems. We help each other. We learn. The chamber pulsed brighter, almost like it was acknowledging them. For the first time, the humans felt a connection not just to the planet, but to the intelligence behind it. They were part of something bigger. Night came, though night was different here. The sky shimmered with streaks of color that shifted constantly, like a living painting. The crew gathered outside the tower to rest. Ravi laughed softly. You know, I expected danger. Maybe monsters or traps. But this is amazing. I feel like we're part of the planet itself. Lena nodded. It's testing us. Yes, but not with danger. It wants to see who we are, how we think, how we work together. It's a different kind of challenge. Jace looked up at the glowing sky, and we're showing it exactly what humans can do. We are fierce, not because of weapons, not because of power, but because we act when others hesitate. We adapt. We think. We care. Amira smiled. I think it's learning from us too. The patterns. They're changing, becoming more complex. Maybe it wants to grow with us, understand us as much as we try to understand it. Kai floated a small piece of crystal from the tower, examining it. Whatever this planet was, it chose us. Or maybe it just liked our style. Over the next days, the crew continued their exploration. They found evidence of the planet's former inhabitants, enormous energy constructs, floating cities now dormant, and libraries of data encoded in light. Every discovery was a puzzle, every puzzle a test. At one point, they encountered a vast field of floating energy orbs. Each orb contained visions of civilizations past, lessons learned, and mistakes made. The humans interacted carefully, touching only when necessary, observing the flow of energy, and learning from the visions. The planet responded positively. Orbs moved aside to make paths. Light shifted to highlight important areas, and the atmosphere felt warmer, more welcoming. Jace finally spoke, as they gathered for a brief rest. We've answered the call. We've learned, we've adapted, and we've grown. This is what humans do. Not because it's easy, not because it's safe, but because we step forward, even when the galaxy steps back. Lena added softly, and the planet knows it. It's testing us, yes, but it's also trusting us. As the days drew to an end, the crew realized something remarkable. The planet's intelligence wasn't hostile or dangerous. It was a challenge, a puzzle, and a teacher. And humanity, with their courage, creativity, and cooperation, was passing with flying colors. The unknown world had tested them. And Earth's fiercest warriors had not just survived, they had shown the galaxy a new kind of strength, curiosity, ingenuity, and compassion. Far above, alien observers began to whisper among themselves. Humanity was unique. Unlike any species before, humans answered calls without hesitation, solved problems without destruction, and adapted to the unknown with intelligence and heart. The first part of the planet's lessons had ended. But the real revelation, the true purpose of the signal, and the intelligence behind the world was still waiting, and humans were ready. The air of the planet hummed softly, carrying a feeling that the crew could almost sense in their bones. For days, they had explored its towers, floating landscapes, and energy fields. Every obstacle had tested them. Every puzzle had required teamwork, patience, and intelligence. And through it all, the humans had not only survived, they had thrived. Commander Jace Morgan stood at the edge of a glowing cliff, looking out at the vast, shimmering horizon. "We've done well," he said quietly. "But I have a feeling the biggest challenge is still ahead." Dr. Lena Rao nodded. Her sensors had been analyzing the planet's energy, and the patterns were different now, faster, brighter, more complex. It's almost like the planet itself is recognizing us, responding to us. Amira Saul adjusted her device. "I'm picking up something new. A signal not like the one that brought us here. It's stronger, clearer, almost personal." Kai Nakamura floated beside her, eyes wide. "Personal? Do you mean it's calling us specifically?" "Exactly," Amira said. "It's like the planet is saying, 'You have arrived, now prove yourselves.'" Ravi Patel grinned. "Well, we've already proven a lot. Let's see what else it wants." The humans moved toward the source of the signal. The terrain changed as they walked. Rivers of light formed bridges over deep chasms. Floating stones aligned to create pathways, and trees bent gently, as if bowing in welcome. The planet was alive, guiding them. Eventually, they reached a vast chamber at the center of the main tower. The ceiling stretched high, filled with shimmering, floating lights. The walls pulsed with energy, displaying visions of stars, planets, and civilizations long gone. At the center, a massive crystalline structure radiated warmth and light. Lena whispered, "This must be the core. Whatever intelligence created this, it's here." Jace stepped forward cautiously. "Stay alert. Observe first. Act second. Remember, we came to answer, not to dominate." The crystal pulsed brighter. A voice not spoken, but felt within their minds, resonated softly. "You have come when others turned away. You have acted without hesitation, without greed, without fear. You have shown courage, intelligence, and unity. You are ready to understand." The crew exchanged awed glances. This was the planet speaking not through words, but through thought, energy, and intention. The crystal projected a holographic map of the galaxy. Stars, planets, and civilizations appeared, each glowing faintly. Some were vibrant, full of life and energy. Others were dim, silent, abandoned. Lena studied it closely. This is incredible. It's a map of civilizations across the galaxy. Some we know, some we've never even imagined. The voice continued, gentle and thoughtful. Long ago, my creators flourished here. They reached far, but they vanished, leaving only their knowledge and this test. It was meant for those who could act when others would not, who could rise above fear, and who could understand the value of life, intelligence, and courage. You have answered. Jace stepped forward. We didn't come for power. We didn't come for recognition. We came because it was the right thing to do. That's what humans do. The crystal shimmered in response, brighter than before. Energy flowed outward, surrounding the crew in a warm, gentle glow. The planet presented the humans with their final challenge. Holographic projections of previous civilizations appeared, showing their greatest achievements and their mistakes. The humans were asked to solve a series of complex problems, puzzles of energy flow, communication, and cooperation. Each task required not only intelligence, but empathy. They had to make decisions considering consequences, fairness, and the well-being of others. Kai floated forward first, examining the energy fields carefully. It's not just about solving the puzzle. We have to understand it, learn from it, work together. Ravi maneuvered with precision, adjusting pathways and energy flows as Lena calculated patterns and Amira interpreted signals. Jace coordinated their efforts, guiding the team with patience and insight. Hours passed, and the humans worked tirelessly. Each solution unlocked more knowledge, revealing holographic libraries of science, art, culture, and history. But the real test wasn't the puzzles themselves, it was how they worked as a team, combining their unique skills, thoughts, and intuition. Finally, after the last challenge, the crystal pulsed one last time. The voice returned, warm and approving. You have shown what no other species could. You act with courage and wisdom. You learn, adapt, and grow. You are worthy. A soft wave of energy washed over the crew. Memories of countless civilizations, knowledge beyond imagination, and visions of the galaxy's past and future filled their minds. They saw worlds struggling, civilizations rising and falling, and the importance of courage, unity, and morality. Lena gasped. This is everything. Knowledge we could only dream of. Technology, culture, understanding. It's all here. Amira smiled, tears glistening. And we earned it by simply doing what humans do best. Stepping forward when others would not. Jace put a hand on the console, steadying himself. This is proof. Humanity doesn't need the galaxy to act. We act because it's right. That's what makes us fierce. That's what makes us Earth's warriors. From orbit, alien species watched in astonishment. They had doubted the humans, expected failure or fear. Instead, they saw humans engaging, learning, and adapting with ingenuity, courage, and compassion. One observer, a member of a species known for precise logic, whispered, "They are remarkable. They answer when others hesitate. They act without aggression, yet they are strong beyond measure." Others nodded. This is something new in the galaxy. Humans, they are a force unlike any other. Fierce, not with weapons, but with heart and mind. Back on the planet, the crew received the final gift from the intelligence, a library of knowledge encoded in crystalline energy. It contained solutions for sustainable energy, transportation, medical science, and ways to communicate across species. The intelligence also shared a message: teach, guide, and protect. Let your courage and wisdom be an example to the galaxy. You have answered the call, not as conquerors, but as true champions of life and learning. Lena whispered softly. We have a responsibility now. To use this wisely, to help others as we were helped. Jace smiled. And we will. We're human. That's what we do. We answer the call. Before leaving, The planet pulsed one last time. The towers glowed brilliantly, energy flowing across the surface like veins of light. The floating stones aligned into patterns. As if saluting the crew, trees bent gently, and the rivers of light shimmered brighter. Ravi laughed softly. "I think it likes us, or maybe it respects us," Amira added. "It's more than respect. It trusts us. That's incredible. No one else got this far. And none could have done it the way we did." Kai floated a piece of crystal from the tower, examining it. "We'll take this back carefully. Knowledge is a gift, not a weapon." Jace looked at his team, proud and solemn. "Remember this feeling. The galaxy will test us in ways we can't imagine. But as long as we act with courage, intelligence, and heart, we will succeed." As the vanguard lifted from the planet, the crew looked down one last time. The world shimmered with life, energy, and intelligence. They had faced the unknown and triumphed. Not with weapons or aggression, but with ingenuity, courage, and cooperation. Lena whispered. "We answered the call, and the planet accepted us." Jace nodded. "Yes. And now, we bring that lesson back to Earth. Humanity doesn't wait for the perfect moment. We act. We rise. We adapt. That is what makes us fierce." Ravi grinned. "Earth's fiercest warriors, huh? I like the sound of that." Amira laughed softly. "The galaxy will remember us. Not for how we fight, but for how we think, care, and act when it matters most." The stars stretched endlessly ahead, but for the first time, humans felt not just like travelers in the galaxy, they felt like champions, capable of anything. And somewhere deep in the planet's core, the intelligence pulsed in approval. The test was complete. The humans had answered, and in doing so, had proven themselves worthy not through force, but through the very essence of what made them human. The universe had sent a call with no intended recipient. Most ignored it. But Earth's fiercest warriors had answered, and the galaxy would never forget.